Hello, dear Pisces. How are you? Welcome to Divine Debut 11. This is Kathy speaking, and this is your love reading for the month of May of 2025. Thank you so much for joining us here. A special thanks to our patrons, as this is a patron reading. YouTubers get it around the 20th of the month. So let's see what's going on in the month of May, which is a very interesting month. It's as though we're coming out of the doom and gloom. In the second part of May, we've got a very positive new moon in Gemini, which will bring positive changes. But roughly mid-month, 12th or 13th of the month, we've got a full moon in Scorpio. And then a few days later, 2-3 days after that, Venus is on new ground. So it's been very, very important the past few months for you, dear Pisces, with so much going on in your sign, you know, Venus and Mercury and Saturn there and the North Node there. I know it's been very life-changing. So let's see what's coming through. Don't forget to check your other placements as well. So today we're doing a 9-card spread. We're using a Mirror's Love Oracle, the Romance Angels, the Morgan Greer Tarot, Mystic Moon Oracles, the Love Messages. We'll be taking a few Lavera Sibila and a message of advice from the wisdom of the Oracle. So we're looking into Pisces, dear Spirit, please guide. Remember, this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate for you. Some parts of it surely should, and it can be a timeless reading as well. If you're not on Patreon, you can become a free member, and I do have readings there that are up for purchase if you're interested in purchasing a reading, whether it's receiving the love readings, the tarot readings earlier than towards the end of the month, or any astrological analysis that we do. We do a lot on Patreon. So let's see, patrons, thank you so much. Let's see what's going on, Pisces. What's going on for Pisces? For me, this is important as well, as Pisces is my 7th house, so my relationships. So I always tend to watch the Pisces reading, as it does speak to the most important relationships in my life. So let's see what's coming through for Pisces. No. I think that's your message, Pisces, and we've got listen, and that is the Pisces card. Listen, really listen to what someone is saying, whether they're saying it or not. You can actually read between the lines, or you can even read through the silence. I mean, this is like, great intuition. Trust your higher self, your third eye. What is not spoken, what are actions speaking of? There are many, many ways that you can tune in to what's going on relative to your love life through this very strong energy. So we've got Pisces, possible also Virgo. Of course, Pisces, Virgo for you is your house of others, especially if you're a Pisces rising. Listen, it says. So really, really listen. Just give me a moment. I'll be right back. About that, I just remembered I had something in the oven, and it was my smell. I smelled something cooking, so that's why I've had to pause. Sorry about that. Let's see what's going on in a 9-card spread for Pisces. Now remember, the High Priestess in a tarot spread could speak to third parties. She's the other woman, the third wheel, let's say. Or she could also speak to a secret connection, a spiritual connection as well. Let's see what's going on. I only first time I've ever noticed that she's wearing an amethyst necklace here, which it does speak to strong intuition. I would also suggest get yourself an amethyst stone and wear it on you if you can. This will help your intuition greatly. Let's see, what is the What is the focal point? The middle card in the 9-card spread. We've got a King of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. Now there's going to be a wow factor with the full moon in Scorpio on the 12th or 13th, depending on where you're residing. And this is a Scorpio card, so there may be some revelations. The full moon is in opposition to Uranus, so some wow factors, some unexpected things happening. Hello, Gaia, where love is concerned. I mean, King of Cups is someone that's emotionally mature. Now, we don't take reversals in general readings. I hope that this is true for you. Someone that's ready to offer you their cup. Let's see what's going on in the 9 cards. 7 of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. Strength. Leo comes through very strongly, as it's a major arcana. 5 of Wands. 10 of Wands. Wow. We've got a King of Swords. Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. This is the past position, so an outgoing towards the future. So this position holds a lot of weight, is very significant. Let's see, 9 of Swords. The outgoing card is the 2 of Pentacles. Things being up in the air. Feels like the cards are saying that you need to be patient. I mean, we've got past, present, future. Past, present, and future. Love is not easy. I see that there are conflicts. 5 of Wands as the King of Cups is looking the opposite way. This could be someone that's in another marriage, for instance. This could be a family feud, or that there's conflict where conflicts of interest, or conflict of this is what I desire. No, I desire something else. 2 of Pentacles, things being up in the air. And we've also got a Knight of Wands, which could be Sagittarius, Sagittarian energy, or someone who is a traveler, someone who travels for work, someone who loves to travel, they've traveled the world, or someone that was very, they like their freedom, for instance. So maybe settling into a romantic connection wouldn't have been something easy. We see stuck energies here. This King of Cups could also have some strong earth. If they are a Scorpio, then it could be Taurus, their Taurus side. Taurus is about stability and security. And Uranus is transiting through Taurus. This could also mean 7 of Pentacles. I've invested myself in something for a long time, unless some of you could also be going through some hardships with a King of Swords. This could be someone very different energies. So I would say possibly 2 different people. King of Swords could also be an advisor, someone who wears a uniform, someone who you're seeking advice from, unless this is someone that's going through separation, divorce, because they're next to the 9 of Swords. So they could also be in a dilemma about what to do. Because possibly, and moving towards the future, I do see things being seen. King of Swords speaks to truth, right? Cutting through the cloudedness, speaking truth, having some truths, He holds the Ace of Swords, which is all about perception, communication, harsh communications, of course. King of Swords would be someone that sees things as more from a logical standpoint, more as a matter of fact, not so much emotional. So these could be opposite energies, right? Where someone holds back on their emotions. If this is the same person, this could be someone that at some points show they're more emotionally open, and then other times they're as cold as ice. What's at the foundation? We've got the hermit. Unless this is someone that you've been dealing with from the past that you're still connecting with and moving towards the future. But you know, the King of Cups is maturity where love is concerned, if that's just an energy, but I feel that that would be someone. We will see. The Hermit is Virgo, of course. The Hermit could be an advisor, or it's someone that's gone within looking for the light, right? And because Virgo is your opposite house, it could be that there's been a detach, someone, if you're waiting on someone, they're looking for the light, they've gone within, they're doing that internal esoteric work, let's say, trying to see what they need to do. Remember, the Hermit is a 9, which speaks to endings. After the Hermit is the Wheel of Fate, which brings fated changes. Now, dear Pisces, the North Node is in your sign, so the eclipses are hitting you, you and your relationships. Eclipses are about eclipsing situations, people out of your life. So fated events are playing out for you up until early 2026. So eclipses can be endings, new beginnings, right? Let's see, because the Hermit could also be someone that is advising you where you're seeking the light, seeking, looking for answers where there haven't been answers. Because the Nine of Swords is someone who can't sleep at night, right? I don't know what's going on. Where are the cups? There is no water apart from the King of Cups here. We don't see any more cups, which is, water, which is your energy. What's the Hermit sitting on? 7 of Cups, a lot of confusion and illusion. I don't know if you're dealing with someone that is drinking a little bit, someone that possibly is seeing, a doctor, because 7 of Cups, it could be escapism. I don't know if this is you or this is your person. Escapism as to, wanting to blur things out because themes may be too hard for you, what you're going through. It hasn't been easy, obviously. And we do see a 10 of Pentacles and the X on this card. 10 of Pentacles is family, but this could also be a secretive connection. You could see it's like they're in hiding, even though there may be marriages, both sides on one side, who knows. 5 of Cups, regrets pertaining to the past, lost happiness, but 2 of Cups is still standing there. So I don't know if you've connected with someone that is in another situation, possibly going through, maybe they couldn't offer you too much because they could be going through separation or divorce, or it's you that's doing that. Let's take more cards. Let's take a Mirror's Love Oracle first of all. For Pisces in the Taurus season leading on to Gemini. Taurus season is in good aspect. Taurus is in good aspect to you. So there will be opportunities for you, even though we had on the 27th of April, we had a new moon in Taurus. Wasn't an easy one. Wasn't an easy one. For Pisces, dear Spirit, Pisces, what's going on in love for Pisces? We've got a fair male, could have light-coloured eyes. This could be someone with wheatish, blondish hair, someone that's quite youthful. Could be just someone that's young at heart. This could be an adolescent, or it just shows someone that is just young at heart. We'll see. We've got the Ice King. Ice King is the King of Swords here. We could be talking about Aquarius or Leo here. Or someone that is seeking advice from someone who wears a uniform. Could be a solicitor, lawyer, doctor, psychologist. We've got the Beauty Queen. Beauty Queen. Beauty Queen and Pisces, you are someone that's very creative. You are all about music and inspiration, and you're very creative, very imaginative. So there is a possibility that this could be you as well. Someone that loves to perform, they love music, whether it's creating and performing or just performing, dancing, singing. The Beauty Queen is usually someone that's up on stage. They're very seen. And she looks to be on the dark side. Let's see what else we've got. We've got two masculine here, one younger, one older. Fun times. Look at the stars here. Look at the stars. The fun times could speak to a concert, something to do with a particular moment where you're at a performance. I don't know if you're performing or someone else is performing. Something to do with being underneath a star. So again, the nighttime. Fun times could be ahead as long as you're seen, you're out there. If you're looking for new love. Ooh, okay. Okay, this is like the Two of Cups for me. And a soulmate. What's interesting is that even though these are like fluctuating, like opposite energies of the Knight of Wands. That is very driven, very sexual, very free loving. A King of Cups that we see could be someone that cannot offer you more than just a good time. Let's say if this is the same person, Sag and Scorpio, they are next to each other in the zodiac, but Leo comes through as well. I did say Leo comes through here as well, but we've got strong Aquarius. So I'm looking at the outgoing, the future column here, which 10 of Wands speaks to a closing up of a heavy cycle. It does turn into the Ace of Wands, which is inspiration for a new beginning, an opportunity. To me, I would say that if you're trying to choose between two, if you're choosing between two people, two situations, don't take too long. I mean, this cannot be something that one does. And there is a possibility that this is the King of Cups as well. Someone two-timing or someone needing to make a decision. Remember, this is the juggler. So the juggler can also speak to someone that's not ready to settle down. So we'll take some Sibillas and get more information here. But we do see fun times ahead. Dating, getting out there and possibly connecting with a soulmate. What's at the bottom here? And we've got destiny. Destiny is playing out here. What's beneath the destiny? We've got spiritual growth, money. This could also speak to family, if not money. Marriage. Let's take the romance angels. Get more information. For Pisces, please, Spirit, please give me more information. What is going on? In the month of May. Remember, this could be a timeless reading as well. Not everyone is on the same timeline. Remember, the full moon in Scorpio, it's in good aspect to you. So a wow factor could be a positive wow factor. And a Scorpio full moon does speak to endings, right? Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And love yourself first. Well, that sort of is a bit of a bummer here. So I'm trying to understand. Your self-respect makes you more attractive. Let's continue. Calling in your soulmate. Right, someone was fearing expressing love, and I get that this would be the King of Cups. If this is the same person, then there could be a decision that's quite heavy, but it will be made that you will have your person possibly when they've had a couple of drinks, you may be going out, and that's when you may have that aha moment that they will reciprocate. They will be more open with their emotions. That's what I'm getting, because we've got soulmate, we've got your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Some of you were doubting that, someone you've been possibly dealing with could love someone else apart from just themselves. So you could be dealing, if this is a Scorpio, which is a fixed sign, I would say Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, the fixed signs, Leo and Aquarius. Fixed signs need time. They need a bit of a push. They don't budge. So they need to be certain before they make the changes. So you've prayed for this. You've visualized this. It is happening. Archangel Michael says a soulmate is finally coming in. And some of you may have been just, you've retracted your love. You've given them their space. And I feel that that's when they understand, oh my God, I need to be more open. Maybe they've seen things from a logical standpoint. Maybe also you holding back on your emotions, you being more quiet, giving them some time to think. They've come to a realization, I feel here, that they do want to offer you love. Now, I don't know who this is. For some of you, it could be someone that's younger. For others of you, it's someone that's older, unless this is a father and a son. A father, if this is someone, King of Swords, if this is your person, let's say. This could possibly be someone that you've been connecting with for the past 7 years, maybe. Capricorn also comes through. Unless this is the same person and they couldn't offer you anything more until they actually went through a separation, maybe possibly wanting to do the right thing. And, the high priestess, she's always lurking in the shadows. She's never there in the forefront, right? So this may have also been a connection that you've been keeping under wraps or in secrecy until the right time to be able to announce to, just like the performing woman here, the beauty queen, sort of being able to make announcements that, I'm seeing someone. And some of you may have been possibly single for a long time, waiting on that right person, or just if you've got adolescent children, waiting for the right time before you announce an important connection with a soulmate. Engagement, your love life is ascending to a high level of commitment. Some of you are letting go of a codependent, narcissistic, addictive chapter in your life. Addictions are affecting your romantic life, or someone that was just drinking too much, if this is someone you're letting go of, possibly. Okay, that's what I see here. Let's take some cards. Let's look at your psyche. Let's look at your emotional life during the month of May. Before we take the La Vera Sibila. And we'll take a message from Spirit as well in a moment. Pisces, please, Spirit. What's going on within their subconscious? What is it maybe that they cannot see? Or their person? Let's see what's coming through, dear Pisces. Fall. Action. Spring. I see communication here. Fall and winter. Hold on. It's been like on and off here. It's been on and off, which can be very, very confusing indeed. The communication, or someone needing more time. We've got 3 seasonal cards here. How many seasons, how many start, stop have you had? Compromise and bound. Goodness me. Who was the sign that had the bound card in the same position? It was either Aquarius or Capricorn. I think that they had the bound. It was Aquarius. It was Aquarius. They actually had the devil card 3 times. And yeah. Maybe you need to watch that reading. Some of you may also have planets in Aquarius. So maybe if you've got just your sun in Pisces, let's say, or your moon or your rising, you've got 3 planets in Aquarius, maybe watch that reading. This may also speak to, because the spring card can be a timing card, but it can also be a card of flirtation and romance, where you're connecting with someone possibly at a distance or through social media, but you're still in the winter stage here. I see. Now this could be signifying last year. Capricorn comes through, Christmas comes through, or the winter season if you're in the northern hemisphere where there's been a pause. Someone needed to finish off, to close up a major cycle in their life. Maybe this was you, because the pause card is Pisces. Looking to compromise, to find balance. It feels like some of you have been trying to go back or trying to mend something that is not salvageable. If you're falling into these addictive behaviors, then don't. It's like you're putting up the boundaries yourself to your happiness. Either that, or it's taking time, because the bound card to me is like limitations, restrictions, responsibilities, and karma that's still blocking your happiness, or that it's going to take some time, because the bound card being Saturn. Remember, Saturn is still in your sign until end of May. Saturn will leave, and Neptune has left your sign as well, where maybe you've been wearing those rose-colored glasses yourself. You need to surrender, you need to release, and you need to sacrifice if you've put yourself in that limiting position. That, this is your karma and you're going to have to live with it. No, don't do that to yourself. It's never too late to work through the karma and to receive the big rewards that Saturn gives. Saturn will return to your sign at the second part of 2025 and a little bit early 2026. So maybe these limitations and the timing isn't, because I do see some flirtation, some good energies here. Someone maybe also still needs a little bit of time to still go through that awakening, to understand what's really going on and what they need to do. There's the numbing, you see. There is the escapism, and someone not being, in a healthy connection, or being healthy physically or even mentally. And we've got pride and ego here. This is a beautiful energy, absolutely. But I feel that there's still time here. There's still time necessary. See the codependency still here. Still dealing with a cycle here. A difficult cycle, maybe timing. The timing is off. The timing will not be the same for all of you. But remember the Ascension card. Now, there could be also physical distance between the two of you. This is like the Six of Swords for me. So going through a difficult karmic chapter again and again, but each time this relationship is going through an ascension process. Your life is going through ascension process. We've got Neptune, we've got Saturn here, and they're both going to connect in Aries, which is sort of alleviating your heaviness. So I feel during the summer there will be some opportunity with a soulmate, but I feel that you're still going to be coming back to a past cycle that you need to take care of. We've got a divine masculine that's asking for forgiveness, possibly around the full moon in Scorpio. There's a metamorphosis that a divine masculine is possibly going through in their life, and could be someone from your past. Now, I know you're very forgiving and you're very compassionate and loving, but sometimes look at the loving yourself first. Don't forget to do that, because Aries Neptune and Saturn in Aries, that's what it is. It's all about loving thyself. Let's see what this Seven of Pentacles means for you in the past position. Okay, a meeting where love started. Ace of Cups. Maybe it was 7 years ago. Maybe it was 7 years ago. Having met someone through friends, through family, through a pleasant conversation. I don't know if this was also a fixed marriage for some of you. A fixed marriage, you know what I mean. So getting to know someone trying to matchmake you in the past. This could have been a relationship that possibly even a committed one, lasting 7 years, and 7 years is a chrono cycle, quarter cycle, but something that possibly didn't work out. Too many conflicts, too much family getting involved. What is this Knight of Wands? We've got a Two of Cups, falling in love with someone that was not ready to settle. A soulmate that was not ready to settle. They spoke a different language. They come from a different part of the world. Or maybe they were just too young for you, not mature enough. What is the Strength card? Because this could speak to a very strong sexual connection. Ten of Cups. I'm going to say the sex was wonderful. Either that, or it takes a lot of strength, possibly, to be at a physical distance from the other person when you desire to be with them physically. So it feels like your Ten of Cups would be a distant place, a place that you dream of being able to reside or to visit, possibly if this is someone that you're dealing with at a distance. What is that Five of Wands? What is that? Donna Maritata, and mother and children. Possibly staying in a connection for the children, even though there was a lot of conflict. Or the conflict could be, I've been waiting forever and this person is not making up their mind. They're not giving me what I want. This could also be someone that admires you, right? That you're admired as the perfect woman or the perfect mother. Let's look at the King of Cups. And we've got an offer here, L'amante. L'amante is the knight in shining armor. Remember, this is Romeo and Juliet. It does remind me of the Tower of Rapunzel, where Rapunzel, was letting down her long hair so that Rapunzel, I don't remember the Rapunzel, and I don't remember the name of her lover, and he would climb up to meet up with her. Because she was in a prison, right? So something may have put up blocks, right? Relative to not being able to reach your person physically, emotionally, I don't know. But logically, the L'amante is someone that's younger, not like the King of Cups. Let's have a look at the Ten of Wands. And we've got Amore, heaviness where love is concerned. Amore is the child of Venus and Mars, and just letting you know that Venus and Mars are connecting in a wonderful aspect. Venus from Aries, Mars from Leo. So, of course, this behooves the fire and the air signs, not so much your sign, but, this is falling head over heels, but not being able to take these wands, get to that, because usually in the Ten of Wands, he's looking for the goal, which is the house, but there's great heaviness. The house would be the relationship. So lots of heaviness coming from others, from family, from another commitment, from children, two people that are out of bounds to each other, but they're head over heels. This could be a one-sided head over heels in love, until someone wakes up to the truth, What is the King of Swords? 2 cards. 8 of Cups. And suddenly, the Tower. An awakening. A rude awakening. The 8 of Cups is a hope or fear card. But it is the 8 of Cups. Like, I haven't found my happiness there. So I'm emotionally checking out. And this is going to happen suddenly. So it could be that aha moment. That aha moment. That is signified by this full moon in Scorpio, which could happen even mid-month. Let's take one more on that Tower moment. You know, the Tower is something that's coming down that hasn't been built well, and it's the 7 of Swords. There's some clarity. Something is going to be revealed here. And we've got jealousy. Jealousy, third parties, regrets, remorse and regrets relative to the past. Jealousy means that there are third parties, or someone is putting up the blocks by themselves. It's their perception. It's the 7 and the 8 of Swords. Interesting. And then we've got the 9. What is that about? Thank you, Spirit. We've got helpful energies here with a Donna de Servizio. This could be a friend in need is a friend indeed. It could be a Virgo individual, or it's just helpful energies. Someone that's of service, or the energies are helping. The insomnia, the I can't sleep, or that I'm all tied up, right? Yeah, and there's the all tied up. There's the prigione. There's the limitations of Saturn. Just when something comes through quickly, some helpful energies, then there's still more worry about obligations, responsibilities, matters pertaining to law, karma. News comes in. They could also be legal papers. Wow, okay. So there is Imenu, or the Ace of Wands, which is this card. Actually, Ace of Wands, this is an offer that's on the table here. Something beneficial, very great news. So someone's deciding, even though there's worry, there are some helpful energies as well. Someone ready to make that mature move, to send out these could be divorce, settlement, letters. This could be communication from someone that is far away from you, someone that you're involved with. Right? Because if we look at this is the Ace of Cups, the 11 of Hearts, and it's the 2 of Pentacles on the 2 of Pentacles. The decision is, yes, I am going to reciprocate, communicate, and I want something long-term. This is an agreement. This is an agreement. This is an engagement, or just an ascension within a relationship. Even though there's still codependency, there are still some difficult themes here. Getting to know each other. So there will be revelations. Getting to know someone better. The Artista, 7 of Cups. And the Artista means something is discovered. And we've got, again, the King of Swords here. Something was unclear. This is the crazy scientist, the Uranian energy, the Aquarius, or the professional, some news coming in that will be quite enlightening, very much. And it's got to do with the past and leading on to the future. So I don't know what that would be. Wow. And the communication could also speak to a la reunion. Or the communication is, I'm coming in to meet up with you. I want to reconcile. So the blockage of a reunion, if it's with this King of Cups, would be blocked by a third party here. And that's why we've got the Saturnian energy. Yeah. There are dilemmas here. Dilemmas about someone traveling, someone seeking advice. Let's see. What is the advice for Pisces, dear Spirit? Good news, good news, good news at the end. But when is the end? Remember, this is a general reading, so the timing may not be precise for all of you. There must be some message here for each of you. Wow, I just got the goosebumps looking at the fair male and the the older male. I feel like some of you are connecting with someone that is younger. There could be a big age difference between the two of you, which makes it all the more harder. What is the advice for Pisces? Thank you, Spirit. You've got a couple of cards. You've got Go the Distance and you've got Yang, two cards that are in the reverse. So Yang is the Ace, and we've got a 47, which equals an 11. 1 and 11. 1, 1, 1. Let's read the reverse messages. Go the distance. I mean, someone needs stamina. You could see the cheetah at the finish line here. Let's see, number 1. The yang energy is masculine energy, so this could be advice relative to whoever holds the masculine side of the relationship. Either that, or this is your masculine side, your yang energy. Be mindful of the tendency toward impulsive action, overconfidence, and aggressive behavior. And that's, of course, Venus in Aries, so it could speak to all of us. Think before you act, lest you find yourself in a situation that will lead to uncomfortable consequences. Be sure you really want what you're chasing after. And we've got a chasing here as well, you see, how the two cards tie in together. Be sure you really want what you're chasing after, because you might be sorry when you get it. The appearance of this card isn't cause for fear, for life is all about learning lessons. Practice temperance, diplomacy, and thoughtful consideration before making a move. Interesting. Let's go number 47. The protection message says, do you feel as if you've been wandering in the desert now for ages and ages and nothing is happening? When you conjure up the image of a desert, you picture parched lips, sunburned skin, and mirages, but there is more to it than that. Amid the hot sands are creatures with resilient spirits, tough skins, and the willingness to burrow deep underground for water so that they may thrive. This is a time of developing survival skills and resilience. You are learning how to conserve your strength, and in this temporary time of austerity, it's wise to be selective about where you expend your energy. Listen to the call of your soul, because it will never lead you astray. This is an important time for letting go of what's not important. So take the messages as they speak to you, dear Pisces. You've been in a desert where love is concerned. Running dry on love. Let's take some love messages. You've been running dry on love, so you've been trying to replenish yourself with possibly in a wrong way through having a drink or two or three, through eating too much. These could be bad habits, which the North Node in Pisces will help you overcome. Or even, habits, unhealthy habits you're breaking. Let's see. The physical distance between us is so great. I need to decide if I can do this. Time will tell. I really want to work on us. You are worth it. Waiting for you to make your choice. I won't be waiting forever. I love you. I love my freedom in my life. I cannot handle monogamy or being tied down with one person. If you're still interested, call me. It's quite close to the Knight of Wands and actually on the King of Cups. So I'm wondering. Let's take another card. You're my other half. I feel it. I will never forget you. I will always love you. We're done. I can't do this anymore. It hurts too much. And you bring such happiness to my life. Let's take a couple more. Wow. Your love touched my soul. 2 10 of Cups as an outgoing. I don't want to be the third person. And I need time to process, to think. Please be patient with me. So, dear Pisces, that's your reading. Thank you so much for your love always. I hope that you have found some advice here to be helpful relative to the spread. I'm wishing you well. I know times haven't been easy, but let's just pray that what you've been going through the past few years, I would say, even with Saturn, at least 2.5 years, roughly, it hasn't been easy, but you've grown and you've matured, and Saturn transiting through your sign, maybe love hasn't been easy. Some of you may have been going through separation and divorce as well, as there's been possibly infidelity, because Neptune is deception. Saturn is the truth. Neptune, of course, could also be that magic, that vision. Saturn could be the materializing of the vision, the dream. So it can go either way. Love and light to all of you. Thank you for everything.